Oldham County High School, home of the 8th Region Boys Basketball Champs, an award-winning broadcasting station, a show-stopping drama department, but it's also home of the OCHS band. This group of about 200 kids might very well be the most underrated of all. Playing an instrument while marching is not an easy task, and to top it all off, they have to perform in front of the whole student body during a football halftime show. Do they have what it takes? This is their story. The band has only 8 days and 2 after-school rehearsals to the big performance, so it's time to get to work, and there's no one more adamant to lay down the law than band director Brad Rogers.
Okay, play a good stroke and lift it. All right, let's try it again. Lift your foot on 4. Lift the foot on 4. Step on 4.
Yeah, the work really starts before school starts. We have to have camp. We have summer rehearsals. Kids have to come together from 2 middle schools and the upperclassmen that are still here. And none of them really know each other, so we have to have that learning time to kind of grow together. And I end up writing the movement stuff. Sometimes we write arrangements, music arrangements, before the kids ever get the music itself. We have to put it together or buy it and try to decide what's going to work the best in terms of the order that the music happens. And then camp, and we try to teach them how to move and how to play the music. And school usually starts right after that, so it's pretty hard to get it all together by the first football game. But
he's a very wise man. He knows when to get down to business and knows when to have fun. He's a really funny guy in and out of the band room, but he's also not a fun guy when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
He is amazing and the best band director ever.
Even though he may be tough, his students still have a soft side for him. Unlike other school activities, band starts in the blistering heat of summer.
It's really, really hot right now. There's waves coming off the asphalt.
Still, the band must memorize every step and march to each song they perform. One slip can ruin the whole performance. Perfection is necessary. If that wasn't enough, playing an in-tune instrument might be. Luckily, you have some help. The conductor, Nathan Baker, helps players stay in unison.
And what's your favorite part?
Getting to be in front of the band. We're slowly piecing it together. We haven't done a whole football game for the month of September, so we're working on trying to redo our forms.
As the players look to the conductor for the right notes, they also look up for the right steps. At the top of his perch, Mr. Rogers watches for correct form as well as sound. Amazingly, Rogers can hear any imperfection and point it out.
Where is the release of that whole note at the end of the period? 1. Some of you are trying to make it on 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, out. Bang! We want a clean, open hole with no horns in it.
After multiple hours of outdoor practice, emotions are high and restlessness kicks in. With only a few minutes of practice remain, the group can find sanctuary back at the band room to get Roger's opinion on their day's work.
But playing-wise, they don't play styles either. That would really make you guys stand out in a big crowd if you could just play styles.
A week later, the band meets again. This time, they make the trek to the football field.
Really need a bus.
Belfield is the home of the Oldham County football team as well as a setting for the band's big performance in 2 days. But the band isn't the only group performing at halftime. Coached by Whitney Marshall, the OCHS dance team will accompany the band for double the performance value. With this being the last practice until the show, the band must utilize the football field and perfect marching steps. This will be the last time the band will play together until the halftime performance that's less than 48 hours away. Today's the big day. With only a few hours left, the students take their valuable time, relax their nerves, as well as getting the spirit by painting up. Don't forget, these musicians are also teenagers. Therefore, they must feel their teenage appetite. A chili dinner is just what these teens need to give a hearty performance. Once they finish their meal, it is time to get into their uniforms.
Go!
With little time left, they have one last outdoor rehearsal. The band then travels uphill to Belfield, where they occupy the stands in front of the crowd until it's time for their big performance. Once the halftime bell rings, the band crowds the field, ready for their time to shine. Will they give a great performance or crumble in front of the crowd?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Old Town High School Marching Colonel. This 117-member marching band is under the field.
Now with the performance over, the band can finally relax and settle their nerves. Mr. Rogers has this to say.
I thought it went all right. I mean, considering this is the first time we've been on the field in 5 weeks, I thought it was good.
Now they pack up their equipment and head back to the room. This time to unchange and disassemble their instruments. Are listening to their director's helpful speech based on tonight's show.
I thought you guys did a real nice job tonight on the field. I thought the show went about as well as you could expect it to go with the amount of time we had on.
When asked if he had anything to say, Rogers had this piece of advice.
We need to get these uniforms clean.